How's it going to everybody in the YouTube model building community? This is Revell Bubba with ShadeTree Model Shop, and the video I'm going to do today is kind of a how-to video. I've had a couple subscribers message me and wanted to know how I lowered the chassis on the 65 Chevy Stepside that I'm working on. So rather than try to explain it to them in a message, I told them I'd just make this video and show them how I done it. It's really easy on this kit. This kit's nothing to lower. When you're building the kit, you have these chassis parts, these front end parts. There's one right here. It comes with two. It comes with one. That's the stock height, and it comes with one that's lowered, and you want to use the lowered one. And what I did was I put the body on there, and if you use the lowered one, when you put the body on there, you'll see it's got a noticeable rake. The back end's sitting up quite a bit. It just doesn't look right. So what I did was I wanted to get the back of the truck down. So that's where I started, was with the back of the truck. Now it's on these suspension pieces, you'll notice that right here, these have got, where it mounts at, it's got these stands right here. Well, what I did was, on the back part where it's got these little stands, you can see them right there, I'm trying to get it. On the back, I took about 1/8 of an inch of that off. And then with my I just did it with my Dremel, with the sanding drum on low speed, just flattened it down on both sides, got them even. And then once I did that, I put it in the truck right here in the back. I mean, it mounts, just these two arms mount up front, and then them two, you can see them right, you can see it probably right there. The two standoff pieces go right in the chassis. There's two, I don't know, tits or whatever you want to say. And then you put that on there, and you just don't glue it, and then have your front end already on there and set it down, and make sure your back is where you want it. And just sand them both sides even, make sure your back's where you want it, and get the right height. Well, when I done that, and then the truck was sitting pretty level, but the front end looked tied in. So what I did on the front end was I went back to my lowered piece, and I cut these down about the same distance as I did the back, and I cut these little tips off right here, and then I glued my front end on. Well, when you do that, it puts this front end out of the position. I mean, it glues on in the spot where it's supposed to, but it puts the front end, the wheels are, if you notice, my front wheels are sitting pretty straight. But what it does is it has real bad camber issue then. So what I did to fix the camber issue is I put the wheel on, and you gotta be careful when you do this, because I'll show you why, but I put the wheels on, and I had it sitting upside down where it's facing me. One of them's still a little bit off, but when the wheel's on it straight, it's straight. But you'll notice they're bowed real bad. So what I did was took my lighter, and I heated the A-arm right here, and I just got it where it's a little soft, and I took the wheel and just bent it to where it needed to be, held it there for a few seconds, and it stayed. Now, when you're using a lighter on this styrene, you gotta be really careful because it will catch fire. And what I actually did do is, doing this side, I actually burnt one of the little pieces that goes to the sway bar. If you see, it's not connected there like this side. But that's not a big deal because I have this front end still. So I'll just take and cut that sway bar the rest of the way off that front end, and cut this one off and glue this one on there, and you'll never know it. And it makes your styrene get a blackness to it. But that's not a big deal because once you clean it up, wash it, you prime it, you'll never know it. So that's basically how I lowered this one. Some kits are a lot harder to lower, but this kit's really easy. So if you just take your time, get these pieces cut down evenly. Don't take too much off. Better take a little off at a time and do it a couple times than it is try to do one big whack and then you got it where it's all messed up. But when you do that, I'll put the body on it, so which everybody's seen it in the video, but we'll show it here. Just be showing it. So you put your bed on it. So the bed goes on it like that. Put your wheels on there. These wheels and these. Now it's a tight fit. They fit without rubbing up in there, but it's just tight. So you just have to get it in there, get it where it goes. One wheel right here don't want to go on there. So that's basically how it fits. That's the bed on it. Then you can put the cab on it. Check when the cab's on it where it's supposed to be. You can check out how it sits. Okay. So if you notice, you get a good stance out of it. So that's basically how I lowered this. So that's that. This one's really easy to do. You take your time, do it a little bit at a time, you won't have no problems, and it'll come out looking good. So that's all I have for this video. Probably won't do any other videos till after Christmas and the holidays get done. But I'm working on my other models. So y'all have a happy Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And until the next time, I'm out of here.